Hi everyone, it's Teacher Erica here again with another VIPKid video. Um, I wanted to make a video today about bookings and getting started in your first month. One of the biggest things that I see online in the different Facebook groups and forums is that new teachers have a really hard time getting booked. Now, I started in August, which is supposedly a really slow month because students are on vacations, school is not in session, they're doing lots of things, especially the end of August is right before school starts again. So, traditionally, lots of teachers, especially new ones, say that they often aren't getting a lot of bookings. But in my first month, I have gotten over 175 bookings. So I thought I would make this video to talk about what I did and how I got that many bookings so early, and also just kind of recap the first 3 weeks. I'm actually starting my 4th week with VIPKid today, and all of my slots are booked this week and next week for the first week of September. So now that we've been through all of that, let's talk about some of the things that I did in order to get a fully booked schedule. First and foremost, I want to talk about your profile. Your profile is what parents see first, and you really want to make a really good impression because this is kind of like your business. You're putting yourself out there, and there's tens of thousands of teachers to choose from. So your profile, it needs to stand out. When I started my first week, I did get about 20 or 30 bookings, and this was the photo that I used. And there's nothing wrong with this photo. It's actually okay. I got bookings with it. But when I changed my photo to a picture of me in my classroom, wearing an orange shirt and smiling really big, this photo, I was able to get a lot more bookings. My bookings just exploded. And so I think that the photo actually had a lot to do with it. I was representing the brand. I looked like a friendly, welcoming teacher, and you could see my teaching environment versus the first photo. You're also going to want to make sure that your photo has really, really good lighting. You don't want shadows on your face. You really want it to be bright and look good. So either take it near a window, have some really nice lighting, and by this I mean white lighting is a lot nicer than yellow lighting. So definitely find some good lighting, make sure you're in your classroom environment, and represent the brand because they're looking for teachers that look like they work for VIPKid. Another thing is your blurb, your profile. So this is really important, and it gives you an opportunity to talk about your education, talk about who you are, and I think parents are really interested in this. So even though my profile shows both the certifications for TESOL that I have, I really took the time to point out that I had both the basic and the advanced. Talk about all of your experience with kids because experience with children is important. Even if it's not teaching experience, showing that you have good experience with children is great because you're going to be teaching kids from ages 4 all the way up to teens for 14 or 15 years old. The other thing about your profile is you get 2 what I like to call lifestyle pictures. So put some personality into these. I personally have a picture of me and my daughter, and then another picture of me and my daughter and my husband. Actually, this one right here is on my profile, and it just shows that I am interested in my family, that I have a family, and again, have experience with kids. So parents really seem to like this, and I definitely recommend highlighting things that either you're passionate about or your family, because this shows a little bit about who you are. My next tip to getting booked fast is get all the certifications. You want to get as many certifications as you can. I started with the levels 2 and 3 certification, and then as soon as I was hired and signed my contract, I got level 4. I got level 5. As soon as I was able, I got level 1. And then I also got my trial certification right away. I noticed I was missing the trials 3.0 plus, so I sent in a ticket and asked that to be added. And when I started doing trials, I really started seeing my bookings explode. So I think this is a great way to make sure that you're getting booked, is to have as many certifications as possible so that you can teach as many different types of courses as possible. My next tip is open your schedule. Yes, it's going to be tough to do overnights those first few weeks. But when I started, I opened every single slot that I could, and I opened them all short notice because I didn't want to turn away any business, and I wanted to start to build a customer base. So the first weekend that I did an overnight on a Friday night and a Saturday night was brutal. It was hard. It was brutal. But when I started seeing the money adding up on the payment, and when I started seeing students that were regularly booking me and seeing my schedule fill up, it was really motivating. So I was just gritting through it. So my best recommendation is, if you can, open as many slots as possible and just grit through it. Just work through it. Do the best you can, and just remind yourself that it's a short amount or a short-term thing for you to get to a longer-term goal. So just get in there. There's a lot of support on the Facebook groups and a lot of people that are doing overnights if you're doing them. So you can find someone that's going to support you and get through it. You can even email me or message me and I will be there because I still do overnights on the weekends. The next tip I have is about your intro video. Your intro video really shows what your classroom is like, so have fun with it. You don't have to be a pro about editing videos. I did mine in iMovie. It took me maybe 30 minutes. I had never used iMovie before at all. I took a video of me talking about my classroom for about 20 seconds. I took a couple of B-roll clips of me acting funny in the classroom, and then I played with iMovie and added some music to it until I had something I was happy with. I still use that intro video today, and you can watch that video on my channel if you want to get some ideas for your intro video. But again, this is on your profile and is what parents see, so take the time to make something fun and interesting that shows your personality. My next tip, once you're a teacher, is upload all the videos. People always say, I didn't do the teacher showcase video. I didn't do these videos because I'm already getting bookings, or other people didn't get any likes, so it seemed like it was pointless. Same. 0 likes, 0 views, but as soon as I put up the teacher showcase video, I started getting more bookings. And at the very least, it can't hurt, right? It takes you 1 minute to record a video of you pretend teaching. And if it means you'll get more bookings, why not? You have a minute to spare, right? Another tip I have for making sure you're getting fully booked is putting in a ticket and asking about your teacher tags. So when you do your mock class mentor will assign you 5 teacher tags. It is very important that you have 5 tags. These are the tags that describe the type of teacher that you are, and parents can search these to find the teachers that they want. So if you only have 3 tags, you're missing out on the opportunity to be searched for other terms. You can send in a ticket from the support center, and they will tell you what your tags are. Keep in mind, there are no good or bad tags. These really just describe who you are. Some parents are looking for serious teachers. Some parents are looking for crazy animated teachers. So it's okay that your tags just describe who you are. Don't be alarmed if you think there's something wrong with them. There's not. There is a teacher and a student for everyone. But make sure you have all 5 because you don't want to decrease your chances of being found by parents. Another tip for increasing your bookings is some things that you can do once you start getting a few bookings. First and foremost, leave detailed feedback. You'll find a lot of advice online on how to get through the feedback really quickly and use templates, and I just don't do this. I have used some templated phrases, But in general, I found that the more I tailor the feedback to the student, the more likely they are to rebook me. Um, Another thing I noticed is that parents really would prefer you to talk about the student's strengths and weaknesses versus writing about what's in the lesson. They know what's in the lesson. It's in the workbook and they can watch the playback. So they don't need you to write all these things about what you did in the lesson. They can find that out. Tell them what their student did really well in and what the things that they can work on are so that they know what to help their student with at home. And this is a more valuable type of feedback that you can provide to the parents. This is a really great way to get parents to rebook you. Convert trials. This is one of my biggest tips, and there's no secret formula to converting trials, but I will say when I converted my first trial, my schedule was flooded with trials, and in my first month, I have converted 6 trials. So that's $30 extra on top of what I got paid to teach the trials. And my only advice for converting a trial is have fun. Make the kids like you. Show the parents they're learning and having fun at the same time. They will buy it. They will sign up. And you will see that you converted a child. Not only does that feel really good to know that you sold VIPKid to someone who was on the fence, but it's a little bonus and potentially a new student. I also noticed that if you convert one, it seems the system is going to send you a bunch of them. So if you want a lot of bookings, yes, they might be trials, but that's better than no bookings. Try to convert just one, and the system and the algorithm will try to send you more. My last piece of advice is be patient. There are plenty of workshops to take. A lot of teachers say it does take some time to get your bookings going, and then it does take patience. So do take that advice at the very least, that it can take more time for some than it does for others. Everyone's experience is different. Sometimes the slots that you can open might be different than what other people can open, and that's okay. You will get there. People always start getting bookings. If you're really concerned, my recommendation is to tweak one thing in your profile. Don't change everything at once because then you won't really know what made the difference. But maybe try changing your profile photo and seeing if a difference is made. Then maybe try changing the wording in your bio. Perhaps if you have time, add a different profile video and then start to see which of these things is really going to help you get more bookings. But above all, just take your time and be patient and keep learning because everyone does get bookings eventually. Even the people that said they had a slow start now tell me that they are fully booked and happy. So you'll get there. Don't worry. So with that, let's talk about my first month. Okay, you guys, this is it. This is the moment of truth. Today is Monday, August 26th. I'm starting my 4th week with VIPKid, and I have made $1,220. I have made the majority of that in trials, so $600 of it is trials, and a lot of those can be no-shows. $342 of it is from major courses. I did have one teacher no-show where I just overslept. Didn't affect my booking, so if that happens to you, it's okay. Don't worry, you'll be okay. But it did cost me $10, so that came out of my participation incentives. However, I have booked and completed 129 classes, and as I mentioned before, I have had 6 VIPKid sign-up incentives, so I've had 6 trial conversions. I've completed 129 bookings, and right now I have pending bookings. It's loading. 43. So we're looking at 170, a little over 170 bookings for my first month. And hopefully by the end of the month, I will have made over $1,500. So I would consider that a successful first month. I'm happy to answer any questions. Please let me know in the comments if there's anything that you have questions about or that you might need help with. I'm happy to answer your questions. You can message me, email me. I'll leave all of that in the description box below. I do have more videos coming, not just VIPKid videos, but some planner flip-throughs and some art journaling videos. So stay tuned for those, and thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye!